Published 0155 the 13th of December 2017. Updated 1141 the 13th of December 2017. The 3-year-old girl trapped in the arson attack that claimed the lives of her 3 siblings has also died today after her life support machine was switched off. Leah Pearson was rescued from the burning terraced house in Walkden at 5 a.m. on Monday morning after firebombs were thrown as the front door, through a window and down the chimney. But after 48 hours in intensive care, the little girl was allowed to pass away peacefully, her grandmother has revealed. Sandra Lever posted on Facebook, "Just letting everyone know they just turned life machine off on Leah, my beautiful granddaughter. Go find your brother and 2 sisters. Love you all so much." Zach Bolland, 23, and his girlfriend Courtney Brierly, 20, appeared in court today charged with the murders of Michelle Pearson's daughter Demi, 14, son Brandon, 8, and daughter Lacey, 7. They will now be charged with Leah's murder. Their mother Michelle is still in a critical condition in hospital and fighting for her life, police said today, and she does not know 4 of her children have perished. Leah Pearson was rescued by fire crews from the burning terraced house in Walkden at 5 a.m. on Monday morning but has died 48 hours later. Her mother Michelle Wright has no idea 4 of her children have died and she is fighting for her own life. Leah's grandmother revealed her life support machine had been switched off after she failed to recover. Zach Bolland, 23, and Courtney Brierly, 20, pictured together have been charged with the arson attack that killed 4 children on Monday. A prison van believed to be carrying murder suspects Zach Bolland, 23, and Courtney Brierly, 20, arrives at Manchester and Salford Magistrates Court this morning. 3 children died in the devastating house fire in Jackson Street, Walkden, and another 3-year-old is fighting for her life. The couple only spoke to confirm their names and ages before being remanded in custody until tomorrow, when they will appear together in the dock at Manchester Crown Court. Miss Brierly was arrested at the same time as her boyfriend on Monday night after being pulled over by police. 3 petrol bombs are believed to have been thrown into the house, including one down the chimney, killing Michelle Pearson's daughter Demi, 14, son Brandon, 8, and daughter Lacey, 7, as they slept in Walkden, Greater Manchester at 5 a.m. on Monday. Their mother, 35, is heavily sedated in hospital and unaware of the tragedy. Bolland was arrested in the street after police dragged him from his car with Brierly on Monday night as a crowd screamed abuse. Courtney and Zach stood together in gray jumpers and tracksuit bottoms. They stared intently at District Judge Khalid Qureshi as he read out the charges against them. Courtney wore her black hair loose and no makeup. She had a look of distress on her face as she was quickly led out in handcuffs by a guard. Zach held a blank expression as he heard the charges and failed to glance at his girlfriend throughout the 2-minute hearing. No family are believed to have been present in court, of either the accused or their victims. No details of the case were presented in court as District Judge Khalid Qureshi said the matter was too serious to be dealt with in his jurisdiction and will be heard again on Thursday at Manchester Crown Court. They will now face a 4th murder charge after the 3-year-old's death. They are also accused of attempted murder as well as arson with intent to endanger life. The couple appeared together in the dock together and will face Manchester Crown Court tomorrow. Courtney Brierly was arrested the same time as her boyfriend on Monday night after police pulled over her car. A forensics officer inspects the chimney where a firebomb is believed to have been dropped into the house below. Neighbors of Zach Bolland claimed today the house he shares with his mother had its windows smashed around 2 weeks ago. Leah Pearson is the 4th fatality and was youngest victim of the fire, aged just 3. Police cordoned off his house yesterday and removed evidence including empty bottles and a length of pipe. A woman round the corner from the Pearsons' home said, "I was physically sick when I heard those kids had died. I hope whoever's done this rots in hell." Describing Zach Bolland's arrest at around 7 p.m. last night, Kyle Skellhorn, 31, said, "My girlfriend was coming home from work last night at about 6 p.m. and she was adamant she'd seen him driving down the road. She said, 'I'm sure he's just driven past in a car.' We saw him being pulled from the car by police and being patted down. He flipped his hood up over his head when he saw I was videoing him. The police led him away to a van. We've had dealings with Zach Bolland in the past. He's not a pleasant person." Lauren Murray, who captured the moment in Grosvenor Road at around 6 p.m., said, "I was walking down the street to go home and saw the police driving down really slow and then they pulled up outside my house. The next thing, I saw Zach in a silver car, so I got my phone out and started filming." Courtney was sat in the back of the car surrounded by police while he was led away. Her face was just white. Bolland, who has been charged with murder over the alleged arson attack that killed 3 children and critically injured another. Bolland, 23, was today charged with 3 counts of murder and 4 counts of attempted murder as well as arson with intent to endanger life. His girlfriend Courtney Brierly, 20, has been charged with the same offenses. This is the moment a suspect in the Salford arson attack, pictured in a white top, was arrested on suspicion of murder in front of a crowd baying for his blood. Brandon, 8, and Lacey, 7, pictured with Peppa Pig, also died. Following the tragedy in the early hours of Monday, Brandon Pearson, 8, and Lacey Pearson, 7, died in the Manchester fire, pictured together. Demi Pearson, 14, was the eldest child to be killed in the deliberate fire in Manchester yesterday. As it emerged, police had already been to their house hours earlier. Her mother, Michelle, 35, survived but is fighting for her life. 2 a.m. police called to the house after an incident and leave again. 4:58 a.m. fire service called to Jackson Street in Walkden, Salford, after reports of a large fire in terraced house. 7:26 a.m. street closed off as it emerges. 6 people, 5 from the same family, are taken to hospital. 12:11 p.m. neighbors describe hearing screaming and banging during the night and a quite loud argument. 1:41 p.m. police confirmed 3 children died in the fire and a 3-year-old girl remained in hospital in a critical condition with her 35-year-old mother. 2:46 p.m. first victim of the fire was named as 14-year-old Demi Pearson. 6:58 p.m. police arrest man, 23, and a woman, 20, on suspicion of murder. 7:58 p.m. Demi's younger brother Brandon, 8, and his sister Lacey, 7, named as victims. 8:51 p.m. police make 3 further arrests. 2 men, 18 and 20, held on suspicion of murder. Man, 24, held on suspicion of assisting an offender. Source: men. A neighbor of Courtney's mum, Jackie, in Worsley, Manchester, said they have a real reputation in the area. Everyone will know who Courtney is. I know the family live here, but I wouldn't be surprised if they get moved off the estate after all of this. She hung around more on another estate, so we didn't see her that much, but we knew her when she was here. It's awful what has happened and I don't know what led to it. I really wouldn't be surprised if they get moved. It has also emerged that Michelle Pearson has suffered a number of tragedies in recent years and was forced to bring up her 5 children alone after her long-term partner Paul died of cancer a year ago. Family friend Kyle Skellhorn, 31, said it's devastating. The mom tries her hardest to make ends meet. It's a crying shame a poor family can experience this. Floral tributes, toys and candles have swamped the pavement outside the house. Investigators, wearing white plastic suits, took pictures of the roof and chimney of the burned-out property. The heavy-duty blockade is lined with police vehicles and officers making inquiries as they patrol the scene. The large steel blanket blocks off public access to the street as people from the surrounding community pay tributes. A smiley emoji soft toy placed underneath the Jackson Street road sign has the words "Rip Demi, Brandon and Lacey" penned across it. A fundraising site has also been launched to support the family, with £1,000 raised from a £2,000 target. The fire may have been started after fuel was poured into the house from the roof and set alight after clambering up some scaffolding. Pictures from the scene today show the fire-damaged window frames of the house. There are claims the fire may have been started via the chimney after climbing up the scaffolding pictured left, and forensics teams are using a high ladder to inspect its roof. A plastic bottle and a length pipe was taken away from a property around a mile from the fire where the suspect is believed to live with his mother. The scorched and fire-damaged windows of the property where 3 petrol-fueled fires are believed to have been started while the family slept inside. Neighbors of Ballins described their shock today. One father of woe on the street said they're an alright family. There were 4 boys that were all brothers and their mum, from what I could tell. I work nights and didn't see or hear anything until I came home from work yesterday morning and the police were sat outside. The lads were alright to talk to when they walked past. There was Zach, who I'd say was around 23, an older one I think. Then there were 2 others who were teenagers or about 20. I'd see them on the street and say hello, but that's it. I never saw them involved in any trouble on this street. Another neighbor, who didn't wish to be named, said, I'm friends with their mum and only saw her on Sunday afternoon. She never mentioned any trouble. She moaned about typical stuff that young lads get up to, but never anything like that. Their mum is a good woman. Sorry, we are not currently accepting comments on this article.